Bayonetta 3. Have you heard about this controversy with the voice actress?
No, I don't like much of Bayonetta at all. I'm not.
Well,
I
so
forgot Bayonetta was even coming out.
Bayonetta's it's out, by the way, and it sounds like it's pretty good. But anyway, I'll get to that. Bayonetta's original voice actor, Helena Taylor, says she was offered 4K to voice the character in Bayonetta 3, which she turned down. In response, Platinum hired Jennifer Hale to voice Bayonetta instead. She then asked fans to boycott the game, which was scheduled to release later the month that this all originally started. And Hideki Kamiya, the senior vice president of Platinum Games, aka the second in command at the company, said, "Sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth." And he has been blocking anyone who questions why Platinum Games would treat voice actors this way. And that month people were all on her side and like, she's not wrong. Voice actors are severely underpaid. But it came out that she lied. She was originally offered 10K, and she asked for more, and she was offered more. She was offered 5K more, and she still declined. She felt like she wanted more, which is I feel like still fair. And then the final 4K offer actually came from they offered, since she didn't want to be in the game full time, they as the main character, they offered her a cameo, because the game there's some multiversal stuff in the game, so she could have voiced another version of Bayonetta. Um, but she turned that down as well. So Games journalist Young Ye described the situation better than I ever could. He says, "I'm all for voice actors fighting to raise wage standards, but misrepresenting information only muddles the discourse. And voice actors are underpaid and disrespected in the industry, like Yang Ye said." In another tweet, actors are allowed to strive for more than minimum financial success, especially if a character contributed to a company earning hundreds, of millions. Um, Acting is not a long-term gig. It's not a 9 to 5. You're constantly applying for new jobs, and major league roles for far and few in between. And therefore the price tag that someone, some people are saying is too much. Is money that's meant to last months in between, or sometimes years, where actors aren't earning money because they don't have any roles at the moment. So her asking for a bigger price tag isn't, wrong. She's got to survive. She's probably got a family, maybe. I don't know. I'm assuming on that part. But the conversation about fair pay Helena started was an important one. But lying about it, as much as she did, kind of just opened up the movement to it compromised the movement and opened it up to unnecessary criticism that it just didn't need. And people are always going to bring this up now. And people are attempting to obviously kind of like make sure that doesn't happen. But also her call to boycott Bayonetta 3 in order to take down the game and everyone who worked on it was completely uncalled for, because there are so many people working on that game that just has nothing to do with what she's fighting against, and is just hurting them would not solve anything. Um, it would just hurt innocent people. But speaking about the game itself, it looks amazing. Like I've said before, I'm waiting for the next Nintendo console to release so I can play these games at their best, or what their best will become whenever that happens. So I won't be playing Bayonetta 3 for a while. However, the reviews describe it as something I'll love when I get there. Something that Bayonetta's predecessor, Devil May Cry, lacks that Bayonetta provides in spades is a mix-up to the gameplay. So Devil May Cry tends to just be shuffling from room to room fighting enemies, but Bayonetta has big playable set pieces, similar to its contemporary God of War. Mini game levels where you play as other characters, and one of which is like you play as her, essentially her kind of Virgil type character, in a side-scrolling stealth segment, and semi-open world areas for you to do some light exploration. These are things that a modern hack and slash I feel like need in order to not need, but I would like for them to have, personally, in order to thrive. You know, I feel like it's why God of War and Bayonetta are so popular, because they have those things to break up just to hacking and slashing. And DMC5 did well, but it was also a return to form after a reboot no one asked for, and an 11-year absence of a true sequel. So naturally, they would just come back and do the same old stuff we love. But I do hope that they learn to switch it up like Bayonetta and God of War does. At the very least, they should have some big set pieces that would be fun to play through. But yeah.